Okay, look at it like this. It's better to put yourself in a sticky situation or a hard situation or abusive situation where some man in a classroom setting is pulling you down and hitting you hard and making you feel like, okay, ladies, you gotta remember, street fighting is not martial arts. But I suggest that you commit yourself and you join some sort of system or style of martial arts. It's not about being good at Kung Fu or being good at Taekwondo or being good at grappling or kicking or punching. It's not about any of that. You have to remember that anybody can do martial arts. You gotta remember that one of the most effective forms of self-defense was created by a woman, a nun. And that's which helped Jeet Kune Do derived from that, and then it spread it to all different other forms of self-defense and great martial arts. Ladies, you see what I mean? Guy can come at you in any form, any fashion, verbally, physically, mentally, spiritually, and try to tear you down. You gotta remember, no matter how much you love that person or how much you wanna be with that person or how much you value your job or you value your friendship or whatever it may be, you gotta have self-love and self-worth first and foremost. And sometimes it's very hard, it's very difficult to get away when you really are struggling with two different types of emotions. When someone's physically abusing you, that's one thing, you know, like, hell no, that ain't acceptable. That's like an everyday thing that everybody tells you that's not acceptable. But it's not an everyday thing where people don't tell you that verbal abuse is not acceptable just as much as physical abuse is not acceptable. So again, you're struggling with those two emotions. I love him, I want to be with him, or he's my friend, or I love my job, I don't want to lose my job. But then on the other side, you're like, you know, you don't want to be talked to like that. So you have a decision to make, and that decision is called self-love and self-worth. So ladies, from this point, we're going to step up. We're going to use this tape, not so much so we can become a powerhouse or a soldier or a killing machine or anything like that. Again, it's going to give you some aspects of self-defense and how to defend yourself, but most of all, it's going to give you that self-will, that inner drive that you need to survive. Again, whether it's physically, mentally, spiritually, or emotionally, you need it. And especially as females, emotionally is probably a lot harder for us than verbally attacks me. That to me hits harder than a physical attack. It may be different for you, it may be different for the next woman or the next woman. So basically what we gotta do is we gotta try to cover all aspects and all areas of self-defense. And just use this tape as a form of reference, as like a powerhouse to develop yourself, to develop some self-will, self-love, courage, confidence, whatever you need to survive and go on to the next day, to be that strong woman that can walk with her chest up, knowing that she did everything that she had to do in order to make herself a powerful, strong woman.
I'm your knight in shining armor, and I love you. You have made me what I am, and I am yours. And my love, there's so many ways I want to say I love you. Let me hold you in my arms forevermore. You have gone and made me such a fool, yeah. And I'm so lost in your love. And we belong together. Won't you believe in my song, lady? For so many years I thought I'd never find you. You have come into my life and made me whole. forever. Let me.
Hi, my name is Kimber Johnson. I want to welcome you to my world of self-defense, women's street combat, predator defense, and rape prevention. It's the urban experience. I want to share my experiences, strength, and hope with you in order to help you feel comfortable learning real women's self-defense. Women's street combat, predator self-defense, and rape prevention is to teach a woman who has already been attacked how to overcome those obstacles, to get back up, stand up, feel confident about herself, and know that she will never allow anyone to make her feel less than in any way, shape, or format ever again. It's to help those who've never, ever been attacked to be able to be aware of their surroundings, to know the mindset of the predator, to know that the person out on the streets ready to pull you down and take what they want from you has absolutely nothing to lose, so they're going to do whatever they want to do at any given cost just to get what they want, because again, they have nothing to lose. The urban spirit experience is for 90% of the women that grow up in the inner city. It's not even about being physically attacked, it's about men treating you verbally and verbally attacking you, putting you down as a woman, what they call cat calls, like, hey girl, come here, come here. That's a form of disrespect, and you need to know how to defend yourself from that as well. Then it goes to a much deeper level where there's so many women today in the inner city that is raped or molested as a child, and it just goes through the yard without anybody noticing it. In the suburbs where it's less likely to happen, or in a more square setting, it's put out there more as more of a violent thing than it is in the inner city where it happens on a daily basis hundreds and hundreds of times. And it does happen in the suburbs too, and they elaborate more on it. In the city though, it's more of a natural occurrence that happens, and it's taken like, oh, that's just a part of what happens in the city. A lot of women that come up in the city or currently live in the city, their everyday life is so hard that if they are molested or attacked, that, you know, they feel like if they can overcome it, either they succumb to it and they end up on drugs or out there prostituting, or just keep the same pattern of life, negative lifestyle going and going and going, or they find some will inside themselves to push beyond, and they become so strong and so strong that nothing can ever break who they are, no man, no nothing. And they walk around and they'll be like, you don't talk to me like that, you talk to me as a woman. For me, the things that I've experienced growing up in the city, now it helps me to be able to know that people in a suburban setting cannot talk to me any kind of way that they feel, that I have my space, that if I feel uncomfortable around anybody, that I have the absolute right to keep my space, and to, not that I judge them or anything, I just don't want to be around
Ladies,
that.
there can't be a separation between the men and women while you're training. You must train as hard as the men do, or push yourself to be on that same level.
Come on, work.
When I'm in the gym training, I try to train at 210% all the time. But outside the gym, I am an average woman with a family.
Mommy, I'm finished my sit-ups. Is there anything else I can do?
Sure, baby.
Like I said,
Let's go.
ladies.
It's very important in the gym to give 210%. I've been attacked, abused, and a lot of other things, so I'm giving you some first-hand knowledge of this. And it's also important for me to train not only for myself, but for my daughter and for all other younger females, so I can give them a sense of confidence to hopefully follow my footsteps, to never allow anyone to put them down or belittle them. So we have to protect them. Come on, baby. Shh, shh. Hit the bag. Come on. Hit it hard. Shh. You see it, hit it. Come on. Shh, shh, shh. Ladies, shh. You must train in all aspects of working out. Just not self-defense moves, but boxing, kickboxing, traditional martial arts, gun self-defense, knife self-defense, anything that you can get a hold of. It's just like Bruce Lee said, you gotta study all styles and systems, use what is necessary and store the rest for later. So you gotta keep an open mind when you train. Come on, Joel, hit the bag, come on, harder. Hit it, hit what you see, come on, come on. Shh, 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 shh. Come on, Joel, hit it, come on, go, 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 go. Come on, Joel, go, 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 harder, faster. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Right away, right away, right away. Not just one, give me 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. There you go, 1, 2, 1, 2, come on. younger females, as they're growing older into adolescence and adulthood, that they're so assertive and confident in themselves that no man is going to ever be able to take advantage of them, again, belittle them, put them down, or feel less than in any way possible. Go, baby, come on, come on, come on, hurry, faster. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, go, go. You cannot say that you are not strong enough to defend yourself. Work out like a maniac. I'm tired of women saying, I don't want to sweat. I don't want to work out that hard. I'm not that strong. See what I'm talking about, ladies? If you give it your all, anything's possible. Defending yourself till the very end, at all costs, no matter what. That's what life is all about. There's a quote that says, to live is to struggle, to survive is to find meaning in the struggle. I'm planning on surviving. In order to make herself a powerful, strong woman.